Hey guys, this is Tony. Just need to leave you a little message at the top of this episode. Andy and I go into this weird, very incorrect talk about how there are no popular sci-fi movies, as though there isn't, like, at least one or two a year, and also as though cheap sci-fi movies aren't made by the hundreds every year. I don't know exactly where our minds were at this point, except I know Andy was cold in a car and we were both up very late, so you'll need to forgive us a little bit. Let it be known that we do know that stuff like E.T. exists, and Avatar. Thanks, I'll let you get to the show now. Welcome to Direct to Video, DVD Extras, a podcast between podcasts where we talk about whatever we want. Now, where's the button on this thing? Do you know what's the fundamental difference between you and I, Andy?
Don't get me wrong, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was fine.
No, I was gonna say I'm still super into Yu-Gi-Oh! That's the difference. I never put away my childish things. Well, as I grew older, I found out that Yu-Gi-Oh! Was actually not supposed to be marketed towards 7-year-olds. And I found this out when I was in high school. I found out it was actually a show for high schoolers. Hey. So I went and I watched the Japanese version, which was for high schoolers, and I thought, that's great. And so in a weird way, it aged with me.
But that's the thing, though, is I know a lot of people who they like the things they like, and that's kind of a constant for them. When once they like something, they like it forever. Mm-hmm. And I'm super jealous of that.
My sister likes Batman so much that she liked Batman v Superman.
I am so jealous of people who can do that, because like my opinions change wildly all the time. I can enjoy one thing and then like in a month hate it.
I don't think I've ever been that drastic, but I am definitely way more fickle than those people.
Yeah, and I think it's definitely like, it's one of those things, like, it's a scale. There's like a scale, there's like the people who like things forever, and then there's people like me whose opinions change too quickly. It's a spectrum of opinion. I'm trying to think of an example.
No, it's fine. We're sitting here and I'm wondering how to, because genuinely, I feel like we just talked about some real stuff about how we view ourselves and how what you are doing right now shapes how you view yourself right now.
Yeah, I forget who it was that said this, but like it's like you are the actions you take.
Just do what I did, and if you can't exactly remember who it was, say Oscar Wilde.
I'm gonna go with Albert Einstein.
Okay,
because Albert Einstein is great, because Albert Einstein is quoted as quoting a lot of people.
Ha! Clever Einstein. See? He's so smart. Hey, this is a non sequitur, but 7 new Earth-like planets, huh?
Oh, fuck, man, like, what a cool...
How fucking rad is that?
I still love how, like people really don't understand. Like, we find new planets every day. We find every second, every hour, we find new planets. But to find new planets so close that can support life is fucking, like, statistically impossible. This is a statistical impossibility. Like,
do you know what I read? I wonder if you've seen this. Somebody was talking about, if we're just speculating what life could be like on these planets, they're close enough together that you could look up from one planet and during certain rotations see the other planet.
Fuck.
And so life could evolve knowing that there is other life on this other planet, and they can communicate by building certain things, or by making a bright enough light. And that is so amazing and beautiful to me.
I forget what movie this was, but it had Kristen Dunst in it.
Okay.
And it was a movie about how like there were these two Earths, one right above the other, and there was like one building that connected them, and like you could walk all the way to the top of the building and look up, and on the other side of the room another person from that other Earth would look down, and you could like talk and hang out.
I'm pretty sure it's not how gravity works, but cool.
It's not. It was a romance movie with like magic and stuff in it, but just the concept of just the concept of just like I'm sitting on this planet and I get to look up and know that there is like life that I can just touch right there. That's a very, I think, reassuring way of evolving and growing psychologically.
Yeah. You know
As a
what
species,
that really
I mean.
is? Oh, that sounds just dandy.
There's probably there's a lot of I know that this is something that like my roommate would say, but he'd probably say something like, "Oh, but the chances are that they would probably go to war." Like, "Hey, fuck you, fuck off." Like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like,
come on, dude.
I would want to believe that living so close to another planet with life would make you want to take care of just everything.
Here's the other thing. It takes a really long time it took a long time for us to do it. It takes a long time to get to interplanetary travel.
Yeah.
You know, even if they're that close, it's going to take a while to build the right rockets, right?
Yeah. And then there's...
War would take so much more effort than peace.
Oh, yeah.
The problem with wars breaking out here is people start fighting, and then it turns into a war. Or somebody wants something that somebody else has, and it turns into a war. And you can't have either of those things happen when you're a planet away, even if you're really close. You can't say, I want your stuff, because how are you going to get that stuff? It's not your stuff, it's their stuff. You're not getting that.
I so want to watch Arrival. I still don't know what it's about, and I'm so excited to watch it.
Watch what now?
Arrival?
Arrival. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, Arrival has Amy Adams in it, and if you want to watch Amy Adams actually act, go watch Arrival, because she is wasted in Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. She is such a fantastic actress.
Hey, speaking of actors and actresses, let me take a moment. I always say, I don't know who any actors are.
Yes.
So, because of that, I almost never check up our movies on IMDb when we watch them.
Mm-hmm.
However, sometimes I'll go to IMDb when I'm writing the descriptions.
Yeah.
To check on name spellings and stuff.
I think you're about to bring up the thing that you tweeted at me that I didn't get to respond to because I was in class.
Yeah, I am. Mark Hamill was the evil wolf in Balto 2 Wolf Quest. And it blew my motherfucking mind.
Yeah. First of all, not even a hint. Not even a sniff of Mark Hamill in that performance.
It came out of left field completely.
But also, too, that kind of tells me a lot, because that was one of the best performances in the movie. We had a moment, I think, when talking about Wolf Quest, where we were genuinely shocked at how good that wolf's arc was.
Yeah, he had this one moment, the it's your time to lead moment.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, the love interest in Brother Bear 2, Mandy Moore.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh, that's an interesting... Mandy Moore.
Mandy Moore. Made me think that we should look these up more often, because that's some serious material we could have used.
Definitely. I mean, I usually skim through the cast to see if I recognize any names.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I usually skim through the cast looking for either Alan Tudyk or Jim Cummings. I'm gonna be real with you guys.
They're usually there.
Well, Jim Cummings is usually there. Alan Tudyk is a more recent thing.
Yeah, but Brother Bear 2, that's a recent movie. He could have been in there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I would rather he not, though. I think
Yeah,
2005,
but
wasn't
again,
he
Mandy
busy with
Moore was in it.
Firefly?
Was he still in Firefly in 2005? I don't know.
I mean, he either was, like, it was only one season. I'm sure it didn't take that much.
It was. I think it might have been 2004, but I honestly could not swear. Also, they were doing the movie. So,
oh, yeah, that's right.
However long the movie took.
I want to briefly touch upon how crazy the Serenity movie is, like, just by the fact that it exists.
Yeah, I've kind of learned that, movies like that don't happen a lot. There was a Veronica Mars movie, but Veronica Mars had like 5 seasons.
And not only that, but that Veronica Mars movie, like, happened decade after the show. And it was kind of like, it was like a legit, like this is a project that we want to do to help us remember this thing, which is sweet for a 5-season show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that still does not touch the fact that, like, this show that didn't even get its full season aired got a blockbuster movie. A blockbuster science fiction movie is already impossible.
Yeah, you basically have Star Wars and the Star Trek movies, and then, like, now there's Guardians, and that's it.
Yeah, and, like, you have your occasional, like, Will Smith movies. Because Will Smith can be in anything, and people fucking
That's true. Yeah, no, I mean, it's just that the last science fiction movie he was in was terrible. Which I think was not his fault. Or, was only partially his fault, because it wasn't a Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, it's Shyamalan, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll make sure to pronounce it in a different and correct way every time we talk about him.
No, please don't, because it's one of those things that, like, when I find out how to say a person's name, I'm always hesitant to say it wrong, because I don't want to be like the guy who chooses not to know how to pronounce people's names because they're foreign.
All right, fine. Shyamalan?
Shyamalan.
Holy crap! How did that guy get a job in Hollywood?
I don't know. And
I asked genuinely.
Is Shyamalan really harder or easier than Scorsese?
I guess it's really not.
Or
maybe directors can have whatever name they want. You always hear about actors and actresses changing their names, though.
Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to think. 'Cause I remember reading about an actor. David Tennant.
Okay.
Like, his real name's like David McDonald or something like that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and there was already, so when you like sign up to be an actor in the Actors Guild, they don't let you have the same name twice because it makes, like, marketing and agencying a bitch. So they made him choose a new name.
I see. Interesting. I never knew that. Well, I knew that it was. There are lots of people named Tom.
Yeah.
And there are lots of people with the last name Cruise. I knew that it was career suicide to become an actor named Tom Cruise. I didn't realize there was a reason besides just general not being an idiot about it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't know if that's true for the American Screen Actors Guild, but it is definitely true for the British Screen Actors Guild. So, I wanna bring up a decision that I made kind of 40 minutes ago. Well, not 40 minutes.
Okay.
Well, we've been recording for an hour and a half, so 40 minutes before we started recording.
Okay, so...
And that's that. I started rewatching gameplay footage of Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
Just because we talked about it, and I wanted to... it's one of those things, like, it's been so long since I played the game that I kind of forgot what the game looked like and felt like, and I'm not going to go buy it again, because I don't even own that console anymore. So I looked up, like, a Let's Play of it.
Like every other game, but
okay. So I looked up, like, a Let's Play of it.
Right, okay.
I remember that it really sucks when you go back and you look at, like, a game that you loved, and then you're like, oh yeah, no, that looks like shit now. Fuck me, that looks like shit.
It was only made in 2011. Does it really look like shit?
It's one of those things that, like, I don't know how often you play new video games, but, like, Doom came out last year and I got to play that. And yeah, this game does not look good, man, and it sucks. It still looks, like, good, but it doesn't look like, whoa,
That good.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Neo seeing the Matrix. Whoa.
Mm-hmm. I don't play new video games. I am so uninterested in new video games. All I want to do right now that I have moved away out into the desert, is I want to buy a PS4 and just buy all the old video games I used to play. And just have those.
And this is going to sound like heresy.
I said PS4 and I meant PS2.
If you want access to good, like, PlayStation 1 ports, like old PlayStation 1 games,
mm-hmm.
I would recommend getting your hands on, like, a PlayStation Vita, just because you can
really?
buy them. Yeah, because you can buy, like, a ton of old PlayStation 1 games on the PlayStation Vita, and not only are they good ports, they let you, like, customize the controls a little bit, and it's portable, so you're not, like, trapped. And the PS Vita screen isn't that small. Like, I have one. I own a PS Vita. It's in my house.
Mm-hmm.
And the screen is pretty fucking dank, so I would, if you want to, like, have a good PS1 machine, a PS Vita is a great place to start.
That's not a bad idea. But I mostly played PS2 games, so I don't think this can be that useful.
I was gonna say, if you want your hand at playing PlayStation 2 games, you're better off going out and finding a PlayStation 2 to buy and buying old PlayStation 2 games.
Yeah. Because
PlayStation 2 emulation apparently is a bitch.
Yeah, and, like, expensive and stupid, and yeah, I'm not into it. I think I've said this before, but my favorite Final Fantasy game was Final Fantasy 12,
yeah.
Which is everybody else's, like, fifth favorite. But at one point I played Final Fantasy 10, which is up there on a lot of people's lists, and that game is bullshit. The story in that game makes no goddamn sense.
That game makes me so mad.
The main character came from a dream, a shared dream from all the other characters, and also so did his dad, and there's a giant demon that they need to kill, but every time they kill the demon, somebody else becomes the demon. But also, right now the demon's a dream guy, right? And there's this weird part about, like, the dream falling apart, and weird shit like that, so how does that even work? And it is so wacky.
So
also, there's one dude who's been dead the whole time, and he's just walking around being the strongest character in your party.
So listen, Final Fantasy X is bullshit. I agree with you. Thinking about how that game works makes me so mad.
I think I've said this before. Final Fantasy XII is literally, it's just Star Wars. But, like, it's just fantasy Star Wars, and it's great. It's just Star Wars. Everybody likes Star Wars.
I will tell you this, Tony. If you want to get even angrier at Final Fantasy X, there is a sequel, Final Fantasy X-2,
mm-hmm.
and it is ridiculously bullshit, more bullshit. But that's not the tip of the iceberg. The tip of the iceberg is a novelization third part.
No.
That's about the fake dad, the make-believe dad.
Oh, no.
And I haven't read it. I refuse to read it. But holy shit, that what I've read from that book, like on excerpts on, like, the internet from people who were reading it, that book is nonsense.
That is... Wow. Okay. Ugh. Novelization.
Yep.
The novelization.
Yep.
Novelizations are always bad. Is there a good novelization of anything? Like, I love novels. Novels are good. I just did this really weird thing where I picked up a book that was sitting next to me and held it in front of my face like you could see it. Like I was demonstrating to you what a novel is.
I know, I'm aware of novels and their existence.
Okay. It's called Summerlong. It's a Peter S. Beagle book. I did not know he was still writing, but this came out last year.
Oh, damn.
I think he's got dementia.
Did you hear that the guy who wrote the polar fucking, what's the book series about the demons and the bears wearing armor?
Golden Compass.
Okay, I was gonna say the Polar Express, and I was like, that's not right. That's something else.
That ain't it. No.
Yeah, that guy, apparently he's coming out with, like, more Golden Compass books, or his Dark Material books.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
I thought that was like a trilogy and that was it.
No, there was, but he the rumor mill is that like he's going to be releasing more books in the same universe, which is kind of cool, I guess.
Huh. Good for him, I guess. I read The Golden Compass, and I had known about this guy's... He, like, set out to be the anti-C.S. Lewis.
Yeah. Or, like, the C.S. Lewis for atheism.
Yeah, like the C.S. Lewis for atheism. Well, like, the idea was, like, this whole book, we're going to be like, hey, there's no God. And, like, that's... Like, it seems bleak to make a fantasy world about the fact that there's no God. You can have a fantasy world where there's no God, but to make it about that seemed bleak, even when I was going in. And then when it became clear that the story was going to be about this girl who was basically going to, like, doom everything because every single person betrayed her except the polar bear, I was done. I was super done with this book.
I remember reading the first chapter of that book and not enjoying it just because I found it to be boring. Yeah, I found it to be boring. And, sorry, I'm getting really tired. A, and B, it's like...
That's okay. Okay. It's just that we're going to cut out that pause. And it was like a 5-second pause.
It was a really long pause, and I'm not going to lie, a good part of that was the fact that when I said, I could actually see my breath like frosting in the air before me. So I think we're going to have to cut this short.
All right, why don't you finish your thought and then we'll wrap.
Well, what I want to finish off with is I do want to talk to you someday about this wonderful video game series I played called Shin Megami Tensei, which is an entire game series about accidentally killing God and what that
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So look forward to that, listeners.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for listening to. Are we just gonna go into it?
Yeah, let's just do this.
Let's just go into it.
Let's quickly wrap this up.
As soon as you started talking about seeing your breath, I was like, we should get Andy inside. Thank you for listening to Direct to Video VHS. Do the extras. I have been your host, Tony Robusto,
and I have been your host, Andy. Oh my God, my feet. They're so cold. Reyes.
He's fine. You can find me on Twitter at TheaterBats.
Sorry, just listening to your panicked voice. Like, I'm not dying. It's not actually that cold. It's happening. You can find me at royalty_Valens. The underscore is important. You can also find all of our stuff at direct2.video. Definitely check us out. If you listen to us on Google Play or iTunes, you should totally give us that sweet 5-star rating.
Yeah. Also, I just, I was real proud of myself because last week after I posted the last podcast, I linked Lee Rosevere, which I hadn't done yet, in our links section.
Nice.
Which seems like the only thing to do. So, if you guys ever think, wow, that Penguins on Parade song sounds really fucking good, then you just go to Direct to Video and click that link, and you'll go right to his library with all his free stuff.
He's definitely got a lot of like cool bits that you can use if you're ever deciding to start up your own podcast like we did.
Yeah. And it's great, and it's a lot of fun, and I think I said thank you for thank you. So I am the ghost of John Smith.
Oh,
Andy is the ghost of Andy.
Yes.
He is dead now.
I'm dead. It happened, guys. Oh fuck! How am I gonna stop the recording if I'm dead?
How are you gonna send me the record? Okay, if I have to go down to New Mexico just because you died, I am gonna be pissed. I was going to say, we need to get you inside before you die in your car.
I am checking the temperature right now, and holy shit, it has dropped from like 43 degrees to it's 34, and it's almost freezing. So